Hey there. As we say in the South, how y'all doing? Deputy Sheriff 100 here. Everybody seems like, no matter where I look, somebody's got the Ruger LCP on here. And I got something I was wanting to try to run by and let everybody see what I got on my mind about something. I love this little gun. Man, it's a fantastic weapon. I carry it with me everywhere I go. And I bought a Crimson Tracer for it, and I thought, well, I'm going to try this out. It didn't come with one. I had to go buy it separately. So I got it, and I tried it out, and to tell you the truth, this thing didn't do a whole lot for me. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm so used to shooting. We have to qualify 4 times a year, and we have range practice every month, and I get used to shooting a certain way. But I got this thing, and really it didn't help me a whole lot, and I found that just shooting it the regular old way was good enough for me. And I'll show you what I did here. I'm sure other people have done this too, but what I did, the sights on this thing are non-existent at best. So I got some paint and I dotted the end of the sight on the front of the barrel. And I tried 3 or 4 times getting on here, and I was putting it on here, and every time I'd put it into a holster and pull it out after a time or two, it was just taking the paint right off, and I couldn't get anything to stay on there. Then it finally dawned on me that that front sight, if I can get it up here right, you see it's got a ramp that comes up. It comes up a little bit, then it goes straight out. Well, right there on the front of the dot, I found out if you just put a little paint on that ramp going up, right, going up, because when you're aiming the gun, you can't see that top of that blade anyway. You see the ramp going up, and it made a lot of difference. I mean, to me it did, because it just gives you that something to gauge what you're shooting at, and it does really well for me. And this thing here, I carry it with me everywhere I go, at work, home. I carry more than one gun all the time anyway, but this little Ruger, it's with me all the time. It's one of the guns that's always there. And another thing that I found out that kind of surprised me, that if I can get this thing open here, this is the way it came. You know, when I bought it, you know, you got the magazine with the flat butt plate. Well, when you buy the Ruger, this little extension comes with it. And well, I tried that, and I even went and I got the Pierce extension, which is, you know, bigger. And I find that I shoot it just as well this way, even though it's a small gun. And here's what I'm talking about. When I put this gun in my hand, that the way I got it right there, that is a natural grip for me. It's not that I don't have to, you know, I don't need that extension. That just it just does it for me. I can pull that thing, and it's no big deal to me. And it shoots just as well to me this way than it does with extensions. And I bought them, I thought, well, because everybody else had extensions, and I thought, well, it makes it look a little better. But actually, when you're carrying this thing concealed, it's just the butt plate that comes on it is sufficient for me. I have no trouble extracting it out whenever I need it, whatever. But when I pick that gun up, that is just a natural instinct for me to grip that gun like that. And I know what works for me might not work for you. You know, I get a little flustered sometimes when I hear somebody, they get on here and say, well, I guarantee you this is going to work for you. Well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. The same thing doesn't work for everybody, but that's what makes the world go around. But I always try not to tell everybody, I guarantee you this will fix your problem. All I can do is make suggestions, and if it doesn't work for you, fine. But the Crimson Trace, I wasn't really all that. It didn't hurt me, but it didn't help me any, if that makes sense. I find that it was getting in my way, because as long as you're on a, say you're on an armrest, and your hand's not moving at all. Well, the dot stays there, but if you get back moving, what you'll do is you'll catch yourself. The farther off you get, and I can tell you one thing this thing will do, it'll tell you how bad you shake. I didn't realize that. I took this thing out, and three more deputies, we were out, just planking around, and I had this thing. They said, "Why can't you keep that thing steady back there?" I said, "All right, here you go, you try it." He said, "Let me see that thing." Well, he gets that thing, and here's what he looked. He was doing the thing, a fixed target or an armrest. Yeah, it's going to be like stationary. But when you're standing back and breathing, moving, you think you're not moving, you think you're not shaking, but you get back and get about 30, 40, 50 feet away, and this thing's going to be doing like this. And what I did, I caught myself waiting for that thing to start drifting back over where the target was before I was pulling the trigger. Whereas normally with my view and sight, I'd have done put some rounds down range instead of waiting on that dot to drift back. And I didn't want to get myself in the position of where I'm waiting for that thing to acquire the target before I pull the trigger. So, but it works fine for me. And as a matter of fact, I couldn't tell any difference in the targets that I shot with the Crimson Trace or without it. I mean, the shell places, the round places, they were all the same with each one. If I handed somebody two of my targets, they couldn't tell which one I shot with the laser and which one I couldn't. So I just thought I'd run that by you. And one thing, I am a holster freak. My wife's a pocketbook freak. I'm a holster freak. When I first got this thing, I didn't have a holster at the time for it, and I was in a hurry, so I just bought the old Uncle Mike's, the old $10 standby. Well, it just don't cut it for me. What I use it for now, more than anything else, is just put this in here to keep it from collecting dust. Mainly because this thing is so loose and limber. For me, it might work for you. For me, it is virtually impossible to one-handed insert this back into the holster, no matter where you have it on you. And because you have to hold the mouth of it open to get it down in there. So I wasn't too happy with that one. So then I went and got me a Galco. This thing was a desert or camel tan when I got it, and I don't like tan or brown holsters, so I dyed it black. And now I like this holster, and it's got the reinforced mouth here. I'm pressed on it as hard as I can, and goes right in there. It holds it good. This has got the I forget what you call that thing, the tuck. Oh yeah, the tuck, where you can tuck your shirt down in there if you so desire. But this is a whole lot better than the Uncle Mike's, and I like this little thing. And I used kiwi black leather dye. It came out pretty good, not too bad. But this little old Galco holster, I like it. It serves the purpose really well. When you have it in your pants, here's where the clip comes, so here's what you're looking at. Right here's how much sticks up from this portion up. And it's all right. I like it. Then I saw another one, a Phobos, made for the LCP. And this little thing here, it says a paddle holster is what it is. And this thing is really good. It's easy to get on and off. It holds it in there good. I'm telling you, that thing is not coming out. And it's got a tension screw here. You can adjust it for however tightness you want on here. But this worked really well for me. It comes off when you have it on your tucked in your pants. It comes out a whole lot easier than this does because this is security pants. You just come out, you just come straight up out with it. And here's another one I got. Now, this one right here is probably my favorite. I got this one from the holster store in St. Cloud, Florida. Now, this thing right here is quality leather. I mean, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but this thing right here sets in there and it stays in there, and I just love it. It rides a little higher. When you put this one in, here's what's showing, sticking out, and you got some real estate you can latch onto, come out with it. But I like this little holster here. And probably like I said, I'm a holster freak. If I see something else that I want, I like. I just can't help myself. I see it and, well, I gotta have it. Well, I just thought I'd run that by you. So thanks very much. Remember this, folks, gun control. That means hitting your target with the first shot. Thank you now. Y'all take care.